Are you looking for the best hand warmers? I've got some things right here that I want to talk to you guys about today because they work really well, and one of them is really great for whenever you're sleeping. Let's talk about that today. First of all, hi. Hi to all the new dads out there. This is Dad Reviews. This is where I give you my unedited, hopefully more authentic look at the products that we like using and having used to keep our bodies warm. So if you're interested in that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. So for Halloween, we went out on a hayride with some friends to go around trick-or-treating and whatnot, and it was a really cold Halloween down here in Louisiana this past year. So our friends bought a whole bunch of these things right here, and I've seen these before because my dad uses them with my brother whenever they would go hunting out in the woods and whatnot. And you know, whenever you're hunting, you usually have to get up really early, and it's in the fall or the winter, so you gotta stay warm and whatnot. And so they take some of these hot hand things. If you guys want to check these things out, I'm gonna link them up down in the description below. And you basically move them around to activate them, kind of break them up and whatnot and get everything moving. And then once that happens, they start to get really warm, and you can put them in like your jacket pockets, or if you're wearing gloves, you can just kind of slide them up into your gloves, and it'll really start to keep your hands warm. The thing that I don't like about these is that they're like a one-time use kind of thing. So you're gonna have these and you're gonna use them, and then you gotta throw them away, and you gotta buy more, throw away, buy more, throw away, buy more. I hate those type of consumption type of products. And so I have another solution here for you that actually we learned about whenever we gave birth to our first child, Amelia, our daughter. And because it was a way for whenever a woman has back pain, whenever she's in her pregnancy, that she can relieve some of that pain by creating this thing that our midwife told us about. And then 5 years later or so, the kids were at a babysitter's house, and she made these things for them. And it's another way to help keep their body warm. Actually, a really great idea. Let me tell you what it is first, and before we get into all the details about it. But this right here is like basically like a bean bag. It's either beans, or another thing you can do is put rice in these things. And you think, okay, you got a bag of rice. Great, what am I gonna do with that? How's that gonna keep me warm? What you do is you take this, the whole bag, once it's all sewn together and everything, and you put it in the microwave. Put it in the microwave for a good, like, 30 seconds, 1 minute. You probably get away with like 1.5 minutes. You just have to be very careful, because whenever you go to take this out of the microwave, it is very hot. So I don't want you guys to burn yourselves or anything. But basically you get like a nice warm rice bag or bean bag in there. If I can find something like this on Amazon so you don't have to sew your own and whatnot, I'll link them all up down in the description below. Y'all can go read other people's reviews about them, not just take my word for them. Also link up these hot hands things as well. If you are looking for something maybe to travel with or go hunting with or something like that, these are definitely a lot more portable and a lot more convenient. Man, these things are getting hot. They're a lot more convenient because of their size, and you don't need a microwave for them. Another thing you could do with these rice bag things, if you have like a thermos and you don't want to have the throwaway thing, you could unscrew the thermos, put the beanbag, after you warm it up, put it into the thermos to kind of keep all the heat in, and then whenever you need it, you pull it out and you'd be nice and warm for you. I've never tried that before. That'd be an interesting test to do. I should try that out. But another thing, the thing that I was talking about with our midwife is she didn't use these beanbag things. These are too small to go like across a woman's back or anything like that. So what you do is you get a long tube sock, or just an old sock of any sort, and you fill it with rice. Like fill it to the brim almost. You want to be able to tie a knot in the top of it. Once you tie that knot in there, none of that rice is going to fall out, and you basically create the same thing that you have here. It's basically like the poor man's version of something like this, or something like this. So you can easily just take that whole sock filled with rice, put that into the microwave. That one, kind of depending on how big of a sock you have, you may want to go for the higher end, like the minute 30, maybe even 2 minutes, to be able to make sure that you get the whole thing warm, because this is definitely a lot flatter and not as thick, and you can definitely fit more into the sock usually than you can with something like this. So you may want to add a little bit more. But what's great about both the sock and these type of beanbag things, I guess you could do it with these too. I don't know if they'd work as well, but on like a cold winter night and you're snuggled up and you're like, oh man, I can't get warm. I'm under my cover, maybe watching some Netflix or trying to go to bed or something like that. What you do is you get up out of bed. It's going to suck at first because it's going to be super cold and you don't want to have to put your feet on the ground. But you get one of these, you warm it up in the microwave, and you just throw it underneath your bed, not underneath your sheets to like where your feet are, maybe your legs or something like that. And it's just gonna, the heat is gonna radiate out of these little beans right here, and it's gonna make sleeping in the wintertime just so much better. Actually, a good idea is if you're out camping in the winter and you need to get your bed warm, get one of these, bring it with you, and warm these things up, and then you can put it, I'm thinking like in an RV, you know, you have a microwave and whatnot. I don't know if you could do it tent camping. You'd have to get something that you could put like over a fire or something that wouldn't burn, or that maybe you could, I have to think about that. You could put it in like a pot maybe and just kind of let the pot warm it up, and then you could throw it into your sleeping bag. Oh, that's a really good idea. I'm getting nice and toasty just thinking about it. But this is a great way to stay warm on a cold day. Along with these two, if you're going like the camping situation, going hiking or something like that, you want to throw some of these so that you can warm up your pockets or your gloves or something like that. Great little uses right here for these. Highly recommend. If your kids complain a lot about cold hands and whatnot, get them a few of these, throw it into wherever, and just always have them with you. You can keep them in an RV, in a purse, in the car, in the glove box, at home. Just kind of sprinkle them all over the place, and if they start complaining about it, it's kind of like Band-Aids, right? Every time they get a cut, you got to slap a Band-Aid on it. Every time they have cold hands, give them one of these and put it in their pockets. So just some parenting things right there for you guys. Like I said, if you guys want to check out either of these, I'm gonna link them up down in the description below, or if you want to make your own, I'll link up some socks below, and I'll link up a bag of rice. You guys can go and create your own little rice bag out of these things. So check that out down in the description below. If you guys are liking what we're doing here on Dad Reviews, make sure to click that subscribe button. I think I have another video about ways to keep your body warm. I'm gonna put that right there on the screen. You guys go and click that video. I'll see you on that video. Actually, I think I have a space heater that I've done. You guys go check out that video. I'll see you on that video. Thank you, dads, for watching. That thumbs up is always appreciated. And Dad out. Oh, let me know if you have any other suggestions down in the comments below on how to keep yourself warm.